Get behind the goal, and we'll play it out to center. The pass out broken up by Mandel. He'll turn it the other way. Interception by the Capitals. Dumping it down ice is Drew Life. And the All-Stars will drop back and reset. Down 1-0, 13 minutes to go, first period. All-Stars will bring it up. Life will challenge. Out at center, here's Andy Reimer. Reimer moving in, shot from out front. Deflected, sails over Mamiga's shoulder in goal. And up into the screen, which is a dead play. And the faceoff coming up with 13 minutes left in the first. Still a minute 3 remaining in the Cash Anderson penalty.
And we'll get the second units out now, both on the power play and penalty kill for Oahe and Huron.
Rudebush works the puck into the left corner. All-Stars trying to take it out to the right point. Here's Tanner Schnabel. Out top, Drake Burnison shoots. Got Mamiga out of position. The puck sails wide, and the Capitals cleared along the boards, far side.
KS in front of the net there, Dallas, and Mamiga missed it, but luckily the puck was just wide of the net.
Sitting in front of the Pier goal, Seth Barty, one of the defensemen to help out. Trying to create that little box in front of Mamiga, in front of the goal to help out. Out at the blue line, clearing the zone, was Will Gordon, and the whistle blows to stop action.
And we're going to get
another Pier Capital in the box.
We're going to get a retaliation penalty. That was Vardy of Pier, and number 61, that's Justin Davis of Huron. We're kind of getting into it. Nothing really there at first, but I think Vardy took a little whack at him there after the play, and that's going to stop play as Pier had possession of the puck and a chance maybe there. But now we're going to go down 5-on-3 early in the first period.
We talked about Huron's physical play at the start, and one of the things that will do from time to time is create that 5-on-4, 5-on-3 advantage for you, which the All-Stars enjoy right now.
Absolutely, and it's huge right now that Huron makes something happen. Down 1 goal early. Pier's giving them a chance to get right back in the game. They got to take advantage of it right here and make something happen. Our number 1 penalty or power play line is back out there now.
Shot off the left wing, and a follow-up. And the Huron All-Stars score. As leading the way was Bo Mandel. Couldn't connect, but off the rebound, the All-Stars tie it at 1.
And that was Kramer on the goal. And Dallas, look at the penalty clock. 1 second left on the Cash Anderson penalty, so Huron will stay a man up with a power play with about a minute and a half to go yet.
So Huron with an opportunity with the man advantage not only to tie, but now Dane to take the lead in the first period.
Absolutely. That was a huge goal for Huron to get back in this game.
Austin Wagner in for the faceoff for the Capitals, for the All-Stars, Justin Rudebush. Rudebush, the leading goal scorer for the All-Stars. Reimer's number 2, and then the goal production drops off in a hurry for the Huron All-Stars.
Absolutely. It is key for those 2 players to really make things happen in this tournament. Whether it's them putting the puck in the net or setting their teammates up, they got to make it happen.
All-Stars with the puck trying to cash in on the man advantage. It was Nate Tomczak trying to dump the puck in the goal. Did not. Pier clears it down ice. It'll be handled by Tanner Schnabel. Schnabel starting out the rush left side. Pass a little too far out in front. It'll be sent back in by Cash Anderson.
And we're going to get a whistle for an intentional offsides. One of the Pier guys must have still been in the zone on that shot on net. So that now the puck's going to come all the way back down in the Oahe zone. Still a minute to go on that power play. This is huge for Huron to try and keep that pressure on and try and put another one in the net.
Cash Anderson back on the ice for the Capitals, and that's big because Wagner, of course, the leading scorer. Bo Adkins and Cash Anderson are the next 2 leading scorers for the Capitals. They're on the ice. They take the pressure off Wagner.
Absolutely, and even more important, Cash Anderson, one of the leaders on this team for Pier. He's an excellent defenseman for them, both on the offensive and the defensive side.
Simpson played ahead, and Bo Mandel, he was caught in traffic. Mandel with the puck in the corner, tries to center. Had Paul Kramer on the doorstep. Kramer couldn't tip it in, and here come the Capitals. Wagner moving in 1-on-1. Nice deep step shot.
go, just off the pipe.
Here come the All-Stars the other way. 3-on-3 for the moment. Now Wagner will drop back and give the Capital defense the man advantage.
And you saw right there, Dallas, Austin Wagner's got that breakaway speed, and he just went right around that Huron defenseman.
Speed and good stick handling. A shot from the left side by Rudebush, gloved by Mamiga. And a faceoff with 10:26 to go in the first. 2 seconds remaining in the Seth Vardy penalty.
Coach Rob Kate, one of his keys was to keep playing good team defense. That's been the key for Oahe all year long. It's what's made them successful, and they've got to keep it up here.
Rudebush off the faceoff. It'll be played out to the blue line. Tyler Smith dumps it in, centering pass out front. Mamiga made the first save, couldn't come up with a second. And the Huron All-Stars on top, 2-1.
And even though that's an even strength goal, the chaos that was still there from the guy just getting out of the box left the guy wide open in front of the net. The misredirection, chaos in front. Huron takes an early 2-1 lead in this game.
Nate Tomczak will get credited with the goal. That's his third of the season. And the Huron All-Stars, what about this? 2-1 lead in the first period. The 6th seed leading the 3.
And not what we expected either. We expect this to be a low-scoring game. We've already got 3 goals in the first 7 minutes of play.
We talked about run time earlier. As Rudebush comes in, Mamiga makes the save. Oahe is not a team that will force a lot of runtime games. They average about 5 goals a game coming in. And you need a 6-goal lead to get runtime. Huron All-Stars, Tanner Pitts plays it across the board. Puck gathered in at the boards by Cougar Sanchez. It'll be knocked back out by the Huron All-Stars. Dumping it back in was Vardy. And now Huron will bring it out to center ice. Vardy will play the pass off the boards, knocks the puck down, and the All-Stars will turn it the other way. Andy Reimer dumps it into the Pier zone. Capitals trying to set up an attack. Here's Reimer, shot from the point, rebound deflected into the side of the net. And the Capitals trying to clear the zone and get something going against the Huron All-Stars. Since
those 2 penalties, Dallas, it seems like the ice has tilted the other way very quickly in Huron's favor. Pier looks to be a little bit out of their game right now and a little bit chaotic, trying to get themselves back in the groove here.
Well, the Pier Capitals, so far, their best scoring chances have come on the breakaway. Here's Sanchez. Left side, he'll dump it in, and the Capitals will go for a line change. 8:50 to go first period. 2-1, Huron in the lead.
One of the keys to success for Coach Brian Davidson and his Huron All-Stars was to get offensive production from his second and third lines. And so far, Kramer with his 4th goal. And it was... who scored that second goal?
Would have been Tomczak, I believe.
And it was his 3rd of the year. And so far, Coach Davidson has to be pleased.
Have to be thrilled right now with a 2-1 lead and the momentum in the early going. Battling for the puck, Jace Jerome. Jerome centers it. Can't make a play on it. Here's Norwick. Norwick, left wing out in front. Wagner shot, save. And with 8:05 to go in the first, face-off coming up just outside the All-Stars goal. Huron right now with the better of it, shots on goal, 5-2.
Yeah, so far the physicalness of Huron has kind of gotten Pier a little bit off their game. They've taken 2, we'll just say dumb penalties. They weren't smart penalties to take by any stretch of the imagination, and so far it's given Huron a nice advantage, and they've capitalized with 2 goals early in this game.
Austin Wagner will take the face-off for the Capitals. Back to Norwick. He'll crank up. Shot came in on goal. Save made by the All-Stars. And another face-off as we come up on the halfway mark of period number 1. Wagner in for the draw once again, along with Justin Davis of the All-Stars. All-Stars try to clear the zone. Norwick battling for the puck at center. Going back to pick it up is Tomczak. Tomczak, the All-Stars had a rush going, but now they'll have to reset. Puck sent in by Paul Kramer along the boards behind the goal. Here come the Capitals. Out to center, Wagner moving in left wing. Wagner taken out of the play along the boards by Tanner Schnabel. No penalty call. Play continues behind the goal. Chase Jerome took a little bit of a shot on the far side.
Oh! There it was.
Centering pass, and there's Wagner.
Atkins finds Wagner in front of the net on the backside. And we're back to a 2-2 even-up game.
7:25 to go in the first, and credit Wagner. The 2 goals he scored, he hadn't had a lot of room to fit that puck in. That's been tight both times. And he's found the space and tied the game here at 2. Off the face-off, Bo Mandel. Mandel, puck played by Seth Vardy. Vardy dumps it out to center. It'll be handled by the All-Stars. Duxbury tries to send it in. Pierre will play it out to center. Now we'll see how Huron regroups after being tied 2-2.
And I was just about to comment before that goal, Dallas, that Huron has really stuck to their game plan so far early in this first period. They've remained very physical, and that has been the key so far to them being up 2-1. Now we're back to even up, though, on a quick goal by Pierre, and here we go again.
Physical, and most importantly, Dane, physical without penalties.
Absolutely, and that is the key.
Here's Cash Anderson. Anderson out to center. Moves it in, pops it in the air in the corner, along the boards, top of the boards, into the corner. Capitals will play it there. 6.5 to go, first period. All-Stars try to clear it out. Loose puck out front. That was dribbling off the stick of Will Gordon, but the All-Stars cover up and get the face-off.
And Gordon just couldn't quite get a strong shot out there, just kind of scribbed towards the net. He kind of whipped a little bit on it, but another good opportunity there for Pierre. They've had their chances early in this game so far.
Sometimes those pucks that are just bouncing along the ice are the most dangerous of all.
Absolutely. A goalie's worst nightmare.
Davis in the far corner. Davis, Wagner sends it back out to Anderson. He'll crank up from out front. Pierre unable to tip in the rebound. No one in position, and the All-Stars clear it to center. Anderson dumps it into the Huron zone. It'll be cleared out by Walter. Puck across the ice at center. Vardy will play it off the boards. He'll battle Tomczak for control. And now the All-Stars take over in their own zone. Out to center. Bo Atkins had a stick on it. It'll be picked up by Jace Jerome. Jerome moves in right side to Wagner. Wagner slips around one defender. Couldn't slip around a second, and the All-Stars clear it out. Up ahead, here's number 38, Taylor Simpson. Simpson pinned in by Vardy along the boards. Wagner and Jerome come along to dislodge the puck, and now Pierre controls. Anderson, his pass deflected, had Mamiga down on the ice, but no one there to tip the puck top shelf. All-Stars bring it out to center. It'll be played and picked up. Loose puck gathered in by Brendan Swinson, moves in. His shot saved. Loose puck out in front, and now it'll disappear from view, and we'll get the face-off. 5 minutes to go in the first.
And that puck was just lingering right there under Parker Hook's leg. I don't think he knew it, nor did the defenseman, but Pierre didn't realize it either. A chance for a goal right there, but no one knew what was going on. They get the stoppage of play here, and we'll regroup.
Finally, the puck disappeared from the official's view, and the whistle blew to stop play. And the face-off just to the right of the Huron goal. All-Stars control off the draw. Moving in off the right wing is Andy Reimer. They'll swing it in behind the Oahe goal. On the far side, it's Jordan Rice. He can't control. Rice now plays the deflection, dumps it out to center, and the Capitals will take an opportunity with the icing call to run out a fresh line with 4:45 to go in the first.
And I'm going to come back to this physical aspect of the game, Dallas. You are seeing two teams that have played each other already 3 times this year, if not 4 or 5, with some preseason things and whatnot. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and you're seeing Huron take every chance they have to put a body on somebody, and that has been so far, I think, the reason that we're tied 2-2 in this game already.
Well, I think coming out in the tournament, Dave, regardless of who you are, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, whatever sport, I think you have to test the edges of what an official will let you do, what an official will not let you do, and then adjust your game accordingly. I think that might be a little bit of what the Huron All-Stars are doing early on.
Absolutely. You got to know what your limits are going to be and how physical you can be, and so far Huron's done a good job of being just physical enough to keep Pierre a little bit off their game, and you're seeing that so far.
Capitals try to work it in right side. Here's Drew Life. Life looking to drop the centering pass just off the stick of Sanchez. Loose puck out in front. Life trying to get the rebound. Takes it back out top. Here's Lane Hahn, his shot. And the whistles blow with 4:23 to go in period number 1 in a 2-2 game.
And there we just saw a little bit of life out of Pierre now, getting themselves organized down in their offensive zone. They got Huron to collapse deep, set it back out to their point to get a little chaos in front of the net, get a shot on. Net came off. That caused a stoppage, but you'll see Pierre's number 1 line back out there. Let's see what they can make happen.
I think they were seeing Pierre get a little more acclimated to the physical play in the Huron zone, figuring out how to set up their offense and run it.
Absolutely.
There's Norway. Shot. Loose puck out front. Bounds into the corner.
I got a piece of somebody, Dallas. That was bouncing around there.
Bo Adkins chased it down in the corner. Back out on the blue line. Here's Hahn. Hahn can't send it back in. It'll be played out. Here comes Kramer. Kramer, whipped on the shot. And that allows Pierre a chance to come in and make a play. Kramer got it back in front of the goal. And Mamiga lost the glove. Trying to recover as Huron looks to center out front. Capitals will play it along the boards. As digging for control is Hahn. It'll be played out into the Huron zone, and that'll give Kyle Mamiga and the Pierre defense a chance to regroup with 3:35 to go in the first.
One of the things Coach Kate pointed out to me in our pregame or pre-tournament interview was that one of the weaknesses of the Pierre team is defensive lapses in their own zone, turnovers that have been costly, and so far we've seen Huron have quite a few chances in front of their net because someone's not covering up and taking their man.
Off the draw, it'll be Huron with an opportunity out front. Rudebush couldn't get to the puck. One thing Huron has done fairly well today is control the puck off the faceoffs. I think that's something that Rob Kate and the Capitals might talk about in intermission number 1. Out at center ice, Anderson will dump it back into the All-Star zone. In the corner, Huron trying to bring it out. They will to center ice. Tomczak taken hard into the boards by Will Gordon. It'll be picked up by Rudebush, and now the whistle blows to stop play as they'll point at Justin Davis of the Huron All-Stars, and the Capitals will have the power play with just under 3 to go in the first.
And you saw the Huron player, Justin Davis, take a pretty good over-the-top hack at the guy's stick. Probably not a smart penalty to take in that situation, as he had a guy alongside him there trying to poke the puck away from Pierre. So here we go, a chance for Pierre to make something happen.
Not a good penalty to take when you and the other player are standing at the blue line with the official in wide open spaces.
Oh, that doesn't help either. That
does not help you at all. Capitals with the man advantage.
And you'll see that number 1 power play line for the Capitals out there right now. Of course,
Jace Jerome got a little bit of a pick. Brought it into the Huron zone, right wing. Here's Wagner. Wagner back out to Anderson. Anderson looking things over. Now back out to Norwick. Norwick will crank up.
Oh, there it is. Chaos in front of the net, and Pierre's going to take a 3-2 lead. Great job to move the defense around just enough to get that goalie screen, put a shot on. Wagner was right where he's supposed to be to get that rebound and put it home.
Austin Wagner, leading scorer coming in by far for the Oahe Capitals. 3 already today.
Yeah, he is their key player and the guy that makes things happen on the ice. Between him and Cash Anderson will get an assist on this goal as well. When those two are on the ice, anything can happen for Pierre.
Off the draw, the All-Stars look to control again. Taken off the stick by Brandon Swenson. Swenson will dump it in to Tyler Vandermaten. Vandermaten back to Vardy at the blue line. It's a high chopper that Hook will glove. And the faceoff coming up with 2:08 to go. Hook looked like a shortstop fielding a bouncing ball on that play. Had an easy look and made the play for the All-Stars with 2:08 to go.
And that was Wagner from Norwick and Anderson on that power play goal to give the Capitals a 3-2 lead here in the first.
Anderson tried to crank up, lost the puck, and here comes Tomczak. 3-on-2, centering pass. Rudebush just missed wide. Davis on the left wing. Davis tries to clear out. Here's Wagner. Can't find the centering pass to Adkins. That's knocked down. Now it's Vardy. Marty, his pass attempt. Bramstad will try to clear to center. All-Stars trying to work it out of their zone with 1:35 to go in the first. Here comes Rudebush trying to drop it back to Tomczak. Couldn't find him, and the Capitals work to clear the zone. Here comes Wagner. Wagner had the puck knocked away from behind by Davis. Wagner looks to center, and Davis will turn it back the other way. Huron not moving very fast on the breakaway. Here's Rudebush, left side. Mamiga with the glove save. 1:09 to go in the first.
Got to credit Huron. They haven't lost their focus. They are still sticking to the game plan out there, keeping it physical, keeping the pressure on. Great job by Huron, despite taking this one-goal deficit here in the first. They're still sticking to the game plan and making things happen.
Why not? The game plan has worked well here in the first. Here bringing Vardy out of the game. Vandermaten is back in. He'll take the draw. And now they'll send Vandermaten out with 1:09 to go in the first. Huron All-Stars win another faceoff. Shot off the left point, knocked down by the Capitals. And dropping back to play the puck, Norwick. Norwick deflects it off or around the official. And the All-Stars will send it back into the Pier zone. Norwick goes back. Norwick along the boards, Lane Hahn. Hahn to Jordan Rice. He'll play it to the blue line. Giving chase is Hahn into the Huron zone. Now it'll be Vandermaten behind the net. All-Stars will play it in the corner. Send it around the boards to Bo Mandel. Bo Mandel lost the puck. Vandermaten's shot hit traffic out front, sent into the corner. 19 seconds to go in the first. Out top, shot wide off the stick of Josh, or rather 26 Lane Hahn. And it's played out to center to Norwood. All-Stars control, 5 seconds to go. At center ice, Norwick lost it. Huron will play it off the boards, and that will be the end of the first period of play. And who would have thought this in the 3-6 matchup? Everyone expected a low-scoring physical game. We've gotten the physical, not the low-scoring. Oahe 3 and Huron 2 after 1.
And those pre-tournament jitters maybe allowing some defensive lapses that usually wouldn't happen in the regular season to happen on both sides of the puck here. But yeah, 3-2 game. Now we expected here in one period of play in our 3-6 matchup with Huron and Oahe. But we'll head to the break with Oahe leading 3-2 here at the end of one in our first round of action.
You're watching the State Boys Varsity Hockey Tournament from Larson Ice Center in Brookings on Brookings.tv.
And we're back here at the Larson Ice Center in Brookings, South Dakota for our first round game. The number 3-seeded Pier Capitals against the number 6-seeded Huron All-Stars. Pier leads 3-2 after one period of play. We'll give you a quick scoring recap here of what happened in the first. 1 minute into the game, it was Jordan Reese, number 77 of Pier, scoring with assists from Brandon Swenson, number 13, to give Pier a 1-goal lead. Then at the 5:01 mark, Paul Kramer would get an unassisted goal to tie the game up for the Huron All-Stars on the power play. And then just a minute and 42 seconds later, at the 6:42 mark, it'd be Justin Davis, number 61 of Huron, giving the All-Stars a 2-1 edge. But not for long. With the 9:35 mark, Austin Wagner would come back to tie it up at 2 with an assist from Bo Atkins. And then at the 14:39 mark, just before we headed to break, it was Wagner from Norwick and Cash Anderson to give Pier the 3-2 lead after one. This is Dane Eady alongside Dallas Cole, bringing you the action live at www.brookings.tv. We are just about to begin our second period of play here in Game 1 of the 2013 State Hockey Tournament. First round action. And after one period of play, Dallas, not quite what we expected, was it?
As we talked about at the start, Dane, low scoring defensive hockey, got anything but. Huron got Pier got the quick start in period number 1. Huron came came back, stole the momentum, got the lead. But then we certainly got a taste of what Austin Wagner's all about for the Pierre Capitals with 2 quick goals to reestablish things for the Oahe Capitals. And we saw the value of Bo Atkins and Cash Anderson and why they're among the scoring leaders on this Pierre Capitals team, setting up Wagner for those 2 scoring chances in the first period that gave Oahe the lead.
Absolutely, and talking with Coach K before the game, everything starts and ends with Austin Wagner for the Pierre Capitals, and then Cash Anderson on defense, they're 2 senior leaders, and I take that back. I think Cash is just a junior, but either way, they are the 2 leaders of this team, and they're the ones that are going to make things happen. When they're on the ice, Pierre's got a chance to make something happen. On the flip side, you saw the Huron All-Stars come out and play very physical. One of the keys to the state tournament for Coach Brian Davidson's Huron All-Stars was to come out and play physical hockey, and so far, they haven't missed many opportunities to keep this game very physical with Pierre. Likewise, he said they needed to get scoring out of their second and third lines, and so far we've seen Kramer and Justin Davis come out and get goals for Huron, their third and fourth goals of the year respectively. So you're seeing both coaches kind of see a little bit of their game plans come into play here, but certainly not what we expected, a 3-2 game after one. We thought it'd be a low-scoring, very highly defensive affair, but so far it's been very much a scoring affair, and I think some of that probably has to come as a little bit of the pre-tournament jitters. You come into your first game, everyone's a little bit off their game trying to get themselves figured out. You saw a lot of chaos in front of both nets, and I think now that they've had a chance to kind of get their feet wet, get a period under their belts, now I think we'll start seeing that more defensive side of the game come into play, but who knows? We'll see. It's tournament hockey, and you never know what could happen.
I think Huron did a great job of playing physical hockey, Dane, without penalties in period number 1, and it took Pierre a little bit to adjust to that in the first period. Plus, the other thing, we've seen players who weren't necessarily the front line players, as you talked about, step up, make plays. Norwick has done some good things for the Capitals in period number 1, and as you talked about, the 2 goals for the All-Stars in the first period as well.
Absolutely, and that is the key, is Huron's got to get those everyone involved here on the scoring side of things, and likewise for Pierre, they've got to keep their team defense going and minimize those turnovers in their own zone. Mamaga, one of the best goaltenders in the state, he comes in second in goals against average, save percentage, and wins, but they got to give him a chance too, and so far the defense has kind of let him down a little bit, I think, for Pierre.
Davis, who has one of those goals, turning the puck around at center ice, moves it into the Capital zone. It'll be played out to center by the Capitals as Vardy sends it down the ice and draws the icing call with 16:23 to go in the first. As you see, Oahe leading 3-2. A 6 Huron, a 3 Oahe in the seeding in the matchup this afternoon. Off the draw. Puck will be handled by the Huron All-Stars, and a whistle blows to stop action off the face-off. And another face-off coming up just outside the Pierre blue line.
And a quick recap of that first period. Shots on goal were 10-7 in favor of Oahe. Penalty minutes, Oahe took 6 penalty minutes. Huron just 4, only one of those causing a shorthanded situation for Huron. But we've seen both teams on special teams, 3 of our 5 goals so far on the power play.
Special teams so important, especially when postseason competition. Along the boards near side, coming up was Jason Jordheim for the All-Stars, and he's taken into the boards hard, and that'll get a Oahe penalty as Jordan Rice, who scored the goal earlier, now finds himself in the penalty box.
An unfortunate penalty, Rice trying to deliver the check, but the Huron player went low, and Rice's body or elbow there caught the face mask. It's a head contact penalty, a major point of emphasis in all of hockey across the country, whether it's USA hockey, high school hockey, or college hockey. Huge point of emphasis, and it's going to put Pierre down a man here early in the second period.
Tough penalty for the Capitals because, as you said, he's thinking the player will be in one spot, winds up in another. What do? You're caught in no man's land. Out at center ice, Capitals will dump it in, and the All-Stars will reset their rush. They'll try it on the right side this time. Bringing it into the Capital zone, Davis. Right side, lost his stick. And now on the far boards, Drew Life trying to turn it back the other way and does. Out at center ice, Capitals will turn it around. Dustin Waldert will play it into the Pier zone. Here's Rudebush. Rudebush tried to get it to Tomzak. He wasn't looking. And coming out of the Huron zone was Norway. It'll be dumped into the Huron zone. Capitals will change lines with 14:57 to go. Just under a minute to go in the All-Star man advantage. Wagner will drop back along with Jerome. And they'll play it out to center. Loose puck gathered up. Here comes Jacob first, right side. Dumps it into the side of the net. Tries to poke home the rebound. Loose puck along the boards. And Parker Hook, a little bit of a risky move there. Sweeping it out with a player on the doorstep rather than taking the face-off. Here's Davis. Capitals will turn it the other way. And Huron will go back and regroup with 22 seconds to go in the All-Stars power play. On the near side, Wagner bothering Reimer a little bit. And the puck goes into the Capital zone, back out to center ice. All-Stars have to regroup with 3 seconds to go in the man advantage. Now moving in, Schnabel left side. Schnabel along the boards. Capitals back at full strength, and they'll clear the zone. They'll take the icing call with 13:48 to go in the first period. And the officials in the scramble to make the icing call, 2 of them nearly took each other out of the play. Face-off coming just to the right of the Oahe goal.
And out will come line 2 for both teams. The line for Oahe led by Drew Life, their senior assistant captain, and Rudebush, the captain for Huron.
Out at the blue line, Duxbury looks to dump it in. Davis left side, out in front. Tomzak was there, but they couldn't connect.
Another defensive lapse for Oahe there. We've been talking about that so far this game. It's been their downfall.
Out to center ice, moving in left side, Will Gordon. Gordon taking off the puck down in the corner behind the net, trying to center Drew Life. Can't. And the Capitals bring it out. Davis on the left side. Davis lost it. Life has it at his own blue line, trying to work it free along the boards and get something going for the Capitals. Tomzak right with him. Gordon trying to clear it out. Now Rudebush. Rudebush comes out of the pack. Rudebush shoots, hits the pipe. Second shot. And now Huron will follow it home with a goal.
Rudebush just missed an open opportunity there off the pipe, but the chaos in front of the net was just enough for Huron to find the back of the net. I still couldn't quite make out who got that goal. It looks like it was Justin Davis again.
His second of the day.
And again, that second line scoring, making things happen for Huron. Coach Brian Davidson said he had to have those guys put the puck in the net. And so far, there it is again. Justin Davis is second of the game, 4th of the year.
Guys who haven't scored a lot this season coming up big in this first round game from Larson Ice Center State Boys Varsity Hockey Tournament.
And so far this game has led up to its billing. It's been a very tightly contested 3-6 matchup despite what the records might indicate.
If you're the Oahe Capitals now, Dane, do you try to pick up the tempo of this a little bit?
I think the main thing for the Capitals right now is to get back into their game. Right now they're playing Huron's game. Huron's got them rattled. They're playing very physical. They've got to calm down and get back to their style of hockey.
Huron's been deliberate so far. More up-tempo might take the All-Stars out of their comfort zone. We'll see. All-Stars work it out to center. Here's Reimer. Reimer moving in on 3 defensemen. One of them, Vardy, will deflect it in the air. Loose puck out in front of Mamiga. Still loose, and now the Capitals will clear. Or try to clear. Keeping it in at the blue line was Bo Mandel. Mandel battling for the puck. Tries to sweep it in on the backhand side. Can't. Mandel will center. Only player there is Brandon Swenson. Swenson will dump it down with 11:43 remaining in period number 2. And icing call coming up against the Capitals.
And I think you're still seeing Huron has the momentum right now in this game. They've remained physical. They've stuck to their game plan. And like we were talking about earlier, Pierre's got to get this game settled back down and get back to their style of hockey if they're going to make this thing go.
Wagner in for another faceoff. Huron's had good luck off the faceoff so far today, and they get another one at the blue line. Tanner Pitts in the corner. Rudebush beaten to the puck by Lane Hahn. Hahn along the boards. Capitals bring it out to center. They have a 2-on-3. Here comes Wagner, right side, shot, save, hook. Net comes off the moorings, and that will stop play with 11:23 remaining in the second. Wagner again showing his speed coming up the left side. Gave himself a chance, but Hook had a good look at the puck coming in and made the save. Wagner off the faceoff. All-Stars try to clear it out to center. Kept in and shot from the point by the Capitals as Norwick tried to dump it in. All-Stars bring it out to center. Pass broken up by Adkins. Adkins, dangerous, one of the leading scorers for the Capitals this season. Adkins hanging around the puck. Here's Wagner. Wagner trying to work through two defenders. Can't. Now he's taken into the boards, and the whistle blows to stop action. Elbowing call coming up with 10:52 to go in the third period in a power play, with Huron and Oahe tied at 3. As going off for Oahe is Bo Adkins.
That was a great call by our head referee, Matt Strand, on that one. That was a direct blow by Atkins with the elbow, maybe getting a little bit overzealous there. And once again, that's Huron, though. That's Huron keeping Pierre off their game and trying to create that same physicalness that just isn't their style. They've got to get back to their style of hockey if they're going to get back in this game.
Off the faceoff, Hook nearly got short-hopped with a bouncing puck. The All-Stars clear it out. Norwick fires it off the boards, and the whistle blows with 10:35 remaining in the second. And we'll retrieve the puck out of the crowd and have our face-off. Shots on goal. Capitals with an 11-10 edge. Off the face-off, Huron controls once again. Reimer, All-Stars on the power play, trying to set up Matt Ondrachek out front. He's sitting right on the doorstep. Off the right wing, pass saved by Mamiga, and the face-off for the Capitals coming up with 1:29 to go in the Huron power play.
And dare I say it, Dallas, again, another dumb penalty for Pierre to take right there. Atkins did not need to deliver a blow like that to the guy, rather make a physical move with his stick to get that puck, and it's costing them right now. And Huron's back on the power play, and they're doing a great job working it in the offensive zone here, trying to make things happen.
Here's where a physical style of play works in your favor when you have the power play and want to sit people right in front of the net. Here's Wagner, goes down, looks to center off the right side, and the All-Stars will play it from behind the goal. 9:55 to go in the second. Huron back to that deliberate pace, bringing the puck out of the zone. Capitals will break it up. Now it's on the stick of Kramer. Kramer, who has a goal, fires it on Mamiga. He'll sweep it in the corner. And trying to control for the Capitals in the corner, Lane Hahn. Comes out to Reimer at the blue line. He'll crank up. Mamiga got a good look at that puck coming in and made the save for the faceoff.
And Pierre absolutely needs Mamiga to be as hot as he can be the rest of the way here, because the defense has not quite been there for him. They've left guys on the doorstep, on the backdoor side, looking for opportunities, and so far it's led to all three of their goals. Mamiga is a key for Pierre to win this game. They've got to have him keep playing hot in goal.
Well, Mamiga's been solid all year long, as you talked about. The number 2 ranked goaltender in the state coming in. We'll see number 1 later on tonight when Hunter Robotham takes the ice for the Brookings Rangers in the late game tonight. All-Stars with the puck, trying to clear it on the left side. Pass broken up. Here's Davis. 2 goals to his credit already today. Fights off one defender, fights another, tries to center, but Tomczak couldn't get to the puck. Capitals clear it out to center. They'll send it all the way down, and Hook will leave it for Tanner Schnabel with 8:49 to go in the second. 3-3 our score. Close game, a lot of scoring, although the pace has settled down, Dane, in the second period quite a bit.
Yeah, it certainly has. I think both teams have finally kind of found that comfort zone a little bit as far as the pre-tournament jitters getting worked out, but it has still been all here on this period so far.
Chase Jerome had the puck, lost it. Now Wagner picks it up, trying to center for Jerome, missed him. Cash Anderson out top fires, hit traffic out in front, and wound up in the net over the glass behind the goal.
Great opportunity to see that booming shot by Cash Anderson again. He gets the puck, things are going to happen in front of that net, and they just miss a chance there. The tip, I believe, was off Brendan Swenson here. Let's see if we get a chance. No, it was Bo Atkins who just missed that tip opportunity in front of the net. So a chance there for Pierre. Hopefully that can be the turning point for them to get the momentum back in the second period of play.
It doesn't look like Cash Anderson puts a light on his shot, but when he does shoot, that puck is moving. At center ice, here comes Kramer. Breakaway opportunity. Vardy beat him to the puck. Anderson will play it. Out at center, it's Brandon Swanson. Swanson over to Rice. Rice will be picked up by Swenson. Swenson moving in. Shot. Hook with the save. And Parker Hook, who logged over 800 minutes in goal for the All-Stars during regular season play, comes up with a big save to force the face-off here.
And one of the keys for Coach Davidson's All-Stars that he mentioned to me in our pre-game or pre-tournament interviews was that they have a huge advantage in Parker Hook. This is his third state tournament as a starting goaltender. He's got the experience. He can keep his cool and keep his team in the game.
There probably hasn't been a situation that Parker Hook hasn't seen. Here comes Wagner moving in. A lot of goaltenders have seen this. And the save made with 7:31 to go in the second period.
And I believe we had a puck that landed on the net off Pierce. The puck's going to come outside the zone here for a face-off and neutral ice. Here we are, knotted up 3-3, 7:30 to go in the second period, just over halfway through. And the shots even up 13-13 in this second period. Wagner
in for the draw for the Capitals. It'll be Wagner winning it against Rudebusch. Back out to Anderson. He'll dump it in. 7:20 to go. Just over the halfway point of period number 2 from Larson Ice Center in Brookings. Off the left point, cranking up. Save over the top of the goal off the shot by Vardy. And it'll go back out to Vardy again. Vardy didn't get a lot on that one. Capitals will have to drop out of the zone as Huron takes it. Rudebusch deflected by Wagner. Wagner, left corner, looks to drop it back. Rudebusch, the only player there. And he'll turn it the other way. Odd man rush for the All-Stars. And Rudebusch will have to take it in behind the goal. Looks to center, deflected once, deflected a second time. Out front, they'll drop it off to Schnabel. Schnabel shot, and that one just over the goal. And out of play with 6:35 to go.
And that was Davis again. He's right around that net. He's looking for that goal number 3, that lucky hat trick potential. And Dallas, I'm noticing here, I think it was late in the first period, if not right away in the second period, maybe an adjustment made by Huron. They are matching up their top line with Reimer, with Drew Life, the second line of Pierre, and they've put the Rudebusch line, their line number 2, against the number 1 line of Wagner and Pierre. So maybe a switch. Maybe they saw something early that has caused them to match those lines up differently than they had early on in the game. And it looks like so far it's worked out in Huron's favor.
Perhaps a little more physical matchup for Huron against Wagner in that Pierre first line. Whistle blows, stop action with 6:27 to go. Capitals questioning if they were offside or not. The officials say they were, so we'll come outside the Huron blue line for the faceoff. It's Drew Life in for the draw. All-Stars chip it out to center. Norwick got his stick tangled up, but plays it, and it'll be deflected by Hook into the corner. All-Stars have it. Tanner Pitts along the boards, out to center. Norwick will turn it around. Life got tied up with a defenseman, otherwise had a chance for a tip-in.
Great opportunity there in front of the net for Pierre.
And now a stoppage with 6:09 to go.
Ever so important to create that chaos in front of the net. You get that puck back to your D, you want to try and get a body or two in front of that goalie and give your guys the chance to not only set up a shot and get a goal, but set up that rebound as well.
Create an opportunity for yourself off the rebound or block the goaltender's view so he doesn't get a clear look at the puck. when it's coming in. All-Stars dump it out to center. Digging for it was Hahn. Hahn on the left wing. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez tips it with the skate. Goes in behind the goal. All-Stars will dump it back out. Kept in at the blue line. Norwick cranks up. Bouncing puck. Hook with the save. Delayed penalty call. Coming up with 5:43 to go. And a big power play. With time winding down in the second. And Dane, the farther we go in a tie game, the bigger and bigger the power play chances get.
Absolutely. Every single chance you get a man advantage, especially in terms of situation, is huge for your team. That was Tanner Schnabel. And that was, again, not a smart penalty to take for Huron. So this is a chance for Pierre to reclaim that lead here in the second period.
Cash Anderson. Norwick shot wide. Anderson right side cranks up. Hook saw that coming and made the save. It'll be played in the corner by Bo Adkins.
And in the last 2 minutes, Dallas, it seems as though the tables have turned and Pierre has reclaimed some momentum. We have been down on this side of the ice now for the last 2 minutes.
Here, the Capital offense getting acclimated to that physical style of the All-Stars and starting to match up and be able to get into their offensive flow. Adkins, Wagner, and Anderson all on the ice on the power play for the Capitals. Huron defensively, you pick your poison now with those three leading scorers for the Capitals all out on the rink.
Absolutely gives Pierre an opportunity to really spread that defense out and try and create something to make something happen down in their zone, offensive zone, with the man advantage as well.
Norwick, who's been busy today, to Wagner. He'll move in. Goes backhand, hit the side, and the All-Stars clear it out with 4:55 to go in the second. 3-3, Huron and Pierre. Opening round matchup. Pierre, the 3 seed. Huron, the 6. Here's Anderson. Anderson. Davis takes over in the corner. Davis has played very well today. A couple of goals. Loose puck. And here we go. Moving in. Here's the shot. Rudebush got it.
What a snipe from Justin Rudebush. Right over the glove. He goes glove side even. And oh my gosh, what a goal by Justin Rudebush. And that is so huge for Huron with a man down as well to claim this momentum back a little bit.
Credit Rudebush defensively for recognizing where the puck was going, getting to the spot, and making the defensive play to set up the opportunity. And Huron on top 4-3 with 4:32 to go.
And I believe Pierre, the defenseman there was just trying to hold the puck in and lost track of where it was. And the other defenseman not going back, lost control, and there it was, Rudebush all alone on Mamaga.
Davis nearly turned the same type of play on Norwick at the blue line. Norwick coming in on the right side for Oahe. Norwick taken into the boards. Reimer clears it out. 4-3, Huron leads. Just under 4 to go in the second period. And you sense a big momentum shift for the All-Stars right now. Here's Reimer. Reimer in front of the goal. Knocked down by Adkins. He'll backhand it into the corner. It'll be played there by Bramstad. Capitals will go back. Vardy will pick up the loose puck.
Huge penalty kill for Huron right there, especially since they got a goal out of it. That was a big momentum shifter in the game.
Kramer taken out of the play by Anderson. Anderson sweeps it along the boards. It'll be sent back in by Wallert. Puck covered up. And the whistle blows. We'll get the icing call is what the play will be with 3:23 to go in the second.
We got a small glimpse there of Pierre getting back to their style of hockey for a few minutes, but then that shorthanded goal, I think that just killed it and put it right back in Huron's favor. We're 3:20 to go here in the second period, and now Huron back in the lead 4-3. And Pierre needs to get something going.
Generally, you score a power play goal, you outnumber them by 1. Yeah, the opportunity is good for you to score. You allow a shorthanded goal to a team. Generally, you made a mistake that handed him the scoring chance.
Absolutely, and it can be a killer in playoff hockey. Now we're going to get a penalty on Pierre. This is unfortunate. I don't think this is an intentional one, but player's got to maintain control of his body. Cougar Sanchez is going to go for interference here. He took the Huron guy out of play in the offensive zone, and now Huron claims momentum back. They get a goal shorthanded, and now they're going to get a power play opportunity with just 3 minutes to go here in the second period with a 1-goal lead.
Sanchez and Drew Life questioning things for the Capitals, and you can't help but wonder, with 3:03 to go in the second period, if this Capitals team might not start seeing a little bit of frustration pop up.
Oh, absolutely, Dallas. I think Pierre has been mostly off their game today, and they just have not quite found that rhythm at all.
For the Capitals right now, it's play with a level head, stay within your game, and just keep working to create chances for yourself. Loose puck out front, Mamiga with the save off the backhand shot, and the Capitals clear it out. Here comes Jace Jerome, or correction, 36. That's Will Gordon. Gordon taking for it along the boards, along with one of the Huron defensemen. Now moving in. Pass out top, cranking up, bad save on the shot by Hahn. And the All-Stars bring it out to center. Rudebush cranks up from center, high over the top of the goal. With 1:08 to go, and the All-Stars man advantage. Out at center, moving into the Pierre zone is Mandel. Mandel, left corner. Mandel off the boards, back out to the blue line, Wallert. Wallert, his shot deflected. Gordon trying to move in. It'll be turned the other way by Dramstad. Some of the names you don't talk a lot about with the Huron All-Stars on the ice right now and performing well. Here's Simpson. Simpson. Puck pops out of play with 1:37 to go in period number 2.
And so far, Pierce done a good job on this penalty kill, keeping the puck out of their zone, keeping an aggressive forecheck as much as you can be aggressive on the penalty kill, but trying to keep that puck down in the Huron zone. They're doing a nice job killing this off so far.
Wagner in for the draw for the Capitals. He'll go against Mandel, and the All-Stars control yet another face-off. Mandel tried to crank up from the blue line. It's broken up by Owahi. Reimer will send it in along the boards. Pierre trying to get some sort of a rush going with 1:18 to go. Here comes Wagner. Wagner double team taken out of the play. All-Stars will turn it around. They have a 4-on-2 working right now. Dropping it back, not looking for the pass was Simpson, and it cost the All-Stars. Here comes Wagner. Wagner moves in, hooks the puck away. Trying to keep the puck alive is Sanchez, as he's back on the ice after the penalty. Both teams now at even strength.
Absolutely a big penalty kill there for Pierre. Oh, another chance. Boy, Wagner has had about 3 chances here in the last 20 seconds for a breakaway or one-on-one situation and just missed on all 3 of them.
Jerome had the puck for a moment, lost it, and now gathers it in just inside his own defensive end. Up ahead to Drew Life. Life wasn't looking for the pass, kind of got caught being a fan and reacted to it late. Here's Life. Life in the corner. Back out to the blue line. Hahn for Life. Life moving in right side, shot it over the top of the crossbar. Norwick, left wing. 4 seconds to go in the period. All-Stars with it. They'll dump it out to center, and that is the end of period number 2. 4-3. The Huron All-Stars, Dane Eady. The number 6 seed leading number 3, Pierre, at the end of 2. Huron has played physical hockey. They've stayed out of the penalty box, and they've controlled the pace of the game. Austin Wagner hasn't had a lot of breakaway chances for the Capitals in this game.
No, I've got to credit Huron's coaching staff. They have stuck and kept their kids stuck to that game plan. They've remained physical throughout. They haven't let anything rattle them so far, and it is absolutely paying dividends for them. They're up 4-3 in the second period against a very good Owahi team, a team they have only beaten. I don't think they've beaten yet this year. Obviously, tough to play a team 3 or 4 times in the season and not sneak a win turnout. But once again, we mentioned this is the same matchup first round as last year. Seeds were reversed, but even so, these two teams, they know each other well. There's a lot of seniors out there on the ice that have played against each other now for 2 or 3 years, and it's all bets off. This game is going to be down to the wire, and it's been everything up to its billing from a play standpoint, with Huron really being the one to control the game so far, like you said, with their physicalness. So I'd expect Huron to stick to their game plan. They got nothing to lose. That game plan's been working very well for them, and Pierre's one's got to make some adjustments.
Pierre, I think, still has to get acclimated to the Huron All-Stars' physical style of play and perhaps try to get the game flowing a little more up-tempo in the third period. As we talked about earlier, try to get the All-Stars out of that comfort zone.
They've got to get the All-Stars out of their heads, get back to their game plan, move the puck, use each other, and don't turn into a rely on one guy, an Austin Wagner team. They've got to rely on each other. They've got to use everybody on the ice and make some things happen. They've got to move that puck, and that's the adjustment they've got to make here between the second and third period if they're going to win this game.
Well, the team in the dressing room right now that has to feel better about things, the number 6 seed, the Huron All-Stars. They're playing well. They lead Owyhee 4-3 after 2. With 1:33 to go in the penalty. Norwick will go back, take the puck from Mamiga, and bring it up ice to Wagner. Wagner moving in left side. Wagner, centering pass right side. Here's Anderson moving in, hit the pipe. Like we talked about, give Anderson and Atkins a chance. Anderson had a good shot, but just missed.
And Wagner was right there on the rebound, but he just didn't get a good enough piece on it. But he had a wide open net there, so keep creating that chaos. Pierre's got it looking a lot better here on this power play.
Atkins had the puck for a moment, lost it. Wagner brings it in. Wagner moving in left side, drops it back, and Jerome
on
out
the
front.
back door.
Couldn't connect, and the All-Stars play it out to the blue line. Here's Norwick. Norwick on the left side. Wagner will crank up, scores it.
There was that chaos we were talking about. Norwick drawed the defenders, got the guys moving in front of the net, finds Wagner for the one-timer, and he finds the back of the net to tie it up. Boy, was that a big one for Pierre.
The hats go flying from the Owyhee Capitals. Hat trick for Austin Wagner, ties it at 4-4 with 12:43 to go. And credit Wagner again, because he's taking shots from some tough angles today, and that may have been the toughest angle of all.
Absolutely.
It didn't look like he had any goal to work with.
Somehow he found that top inside corner, weak side corner, and gives Pierre a chance to tie it up here.
Here comes Gordon. Shot saved. And the All-Stars trying to clear it out. Can't. Anderson. Pierre forcing the action right now. There's been a lot of play in the Huron defensive zone the last few minutes. Tomzak out to center. Here comes Rudebush. Rudebush. Nice move. Goes in. Shot. Goal. Whenever Pierre has made a move, the All-Stars have had an answer. And right there, it's Rudebush.
And that was Rudebush making a great move in neutral ice to break free. Got himself loose for a chance, and he put it right between Mamiga's 5-hole.
Huron back on top, 5-4. Consider that Huron during the regular season only averaged about 2 to 2.5 goals a game. Pierre only gave up about 2.5 goals a game. 12 minutes to go. 5-4, Huron by 1.
And as we mentioned in the pregame, we expected a very defensive battle today, and so far it's been a very offensive battle.
Here's Reimer. Mamiga will bring up the save with 11:55 to go and give the Capitals a moment to catch their breath.
Let's see if we get a chance to look at that goal by Rudebush. Absolutely huge, a senior leader on that Huron team, and he knew he had to make something happen right there to get his team back after Pierre had kind of recaptured a little momentum, and now it's right back in Huron's favor. And notice, now we're back down in the Huron zone, or the Pierre zone again.
Moving up ice, here's Jacob First. Dumps it in behind the Huron goal in the corner. Rice trying to dig the puck out for the Capitals, skated by it. Beer trying to get something centered on the near side. Working the puck around is Brandon Swenson. Swenson, puck deflected. It'll be picked up by Rice. Huron deflects it out to center. Capitals will have to clear the zone and regroup. 11:18 to go. 23-19. Here with the edge and the shots on goal, but they trail 5-4. Rudebush takes a shot, and that's going to cost the Capitals. Head contact will be the call, and Huron will have the man advantage as Cash Anderson leaves for the second time in the game today.
And again, you watch the replay, Cash Anderson there had two other guys with him on that. No reason to take that kind of a hit on a guy, and it's going to cost Pierre now. Now Huron again, they take that 1-goal lead right back, and now they're going to get a power play opportunity. And like we said, Rudebush comes down, gets that goal. Huron's momentum right back in their favor. And here we go. Now they're going to get a power play opportunity. You've got Kramer, Reimer, Mendel out there again, that top line for Huron.
This is a huge penalty kill for the Oahe Capitals. Here's Wagner. Shot.
And again, a short-handed goal in this game is going to tie it back up, this time for Pierre. Oh, my gosh. How did Austin Wagner slip behind the two defenders there on the power play for that one?
Being short-handed in this game at times has been a pretty good offensive weapon. We've had a couple of short-handed goals today, Ding.
And they've been the difference makers. They've been the evening up goals. It was Huron that scored one early in the second period to tie it up at 3, and now it's Pierre going to tie it up at 5. And the scoring's not done yet, Dallas. Here we go. It's 5-5, and we still got a lot of hockey to play in the third period.
10:42 to go. Stay with us. Ain't we got fun at Larson Ice Center? Here's Mamiga. They'll drop it behind the goal to Lane Hahn. Hahn will dump it out to center, and the Capitals will change out lines here with 10:27 to go. Still 1:19 remaining in the Cash Anderson penalty. Goal shorthanded. He doesn't come out. Here's Tomzak. Tomzak moving in 3-on-2. Mamiga sweeps the puck into the corner. Tomzak. Now Davis takes up the chase. Out to center. Rudebush scored just a moment ago. Moves in. Tomzak was at the doorstep, but couldn't tip the rebound. Loose puck in the corner as the All-Stars will play it. Rudebush drops it back out to the point. Cranking up for the shot was Gramstad. Now on the opposite point, the All-Stars dump it in. Can't keep it in at the blue line. The All-Stars will have to go back to center and regroup. One of the All-Stars' life nearly had a chance to walk in, overskated the puck at center ice. All-Stars with 17 to go on the man advantage. Loose puck out front. Mamiga covers up for the save.
Great opportunity there for Huron, creating some chaos in front of the net, trying to get it behind Mamiga. Great save by Mamiga, though, keeping his team in this one. 9:18 to go. We're all knotted up at 5, and an ever so important 12 more seconds to kill on this Pierre penalty kill.
Face off just to the right of Kyle Mamiga in the Capitals' goal. Mamiga's father, back in the 70s, was a pretty good basketball player for the Marion Bears. And if memory serves, might have made an appearance or two in a State B basketball tournament. So there's some athleticism there. At center ice, moving in on the right side is Andy Reimer. I bring that up because Kyle Mamiga's dad was also a college classmate of mine. Know some of these things. Dropping back to Huron All-Stars, here's Tanner Pitts. 8:40 to go. Pitts sweeps it along the boards. Here's Bo Mandel. Out to center. Vardy was in the way to Anderson. He'll dump it in. 8:27 to go. Huron All-Stars move in. Here's Mandel to Rudebush. Lost it. Out to center. All-Stars will regroup. At center, now deflected into the Pierre zone. Anderson challenged by Tomzak. Anderson along the boards. Adkins is there along with Vardy. All-Stars will take over. Out at the blue line, turning the play around, moving ahead was number 66, Chase Jerome, shot score.
And you'll never guess, Austin Wagner again, and Hook went out for the poke check there and just missed it. Wagner with great puck control, pulls it back in, goes around the goalie, and all of a sudden, Dallas, it's a 6-5 Hawaii lead, and we're just halfway through this third period. And Hook knew it. He should have stayed in his net there. He took a chance, and he knew it as soon as he made it. He should have stayed there and tried to defend the goal instead of going for the poke check. But you got to make the big plays in tournament hockey to make things happen, and Hook took a chance. A senior guy out there, he knows what he's doing, and he thought he could have a chance at that one, just missed it. And now Pierce, 6-5 lead.
And on the other side, big players will make big plays at big times. And there's Austin Wagner right there for you. Here come the All-Stars. Let's see if they can answer. They're moving in 3-on-2. Shot, backhand side, goes wide. And at the blue line, it'll be played ahead by Swenson. Swenson to Life. He'll move in. Taken off the puck, and whistle will blow to stop play as the net wound up off the mooring. And it appears that Parker Hook may be a little bit shaken up. He's getting up slowly.
And that was Life trying to make a hard inside move with the defender, and nothing you can do there. That's one of those tough ones where the goalie's kind of got to rely on his defenseman to keep the opposing player from coming into him, and the Huron player just spun him around enough, and Life, the goalie, and the goal all went with each other.
Face-off just to the right of Hook and the Huron All-Stars goal. Wagner in for the draw. Deflected back out, sending it back down low. Josh Crete, or rather that's Hahn for Beer. And the All-Stars will play it out to center. Here's Rudebush. Lost it. Here's Wagner with it. Wagner dumps it ahead. Coming in, Adkins on the left side. Taken out of the play behind the goal. Jerome looking for a wraparound. Not available, and the All-Stars try to bring it out to center. Here's Davis. Davis has scored twice already for the All-Stars. Could he get a third? With 6.5 to go. A third would tie the game at 6. Dropping back for the All-Stars, Thorn Dramstad to Rudebush. Rudebush. All-Stars will work it in off the left side. They'll dump it down on Mamiga. He'll leave it for his defenseman, Norwick. Norwick turns it up ice. Checked at the blue line. Now really checked at center ice, and that's going to cost a head contact penalty with 6:07 to go.
Reimer looking for the big hit there and got his hands just a little bit too high on, I believe it was Jerome. I think it was Jace Jerome that he put the hit on. But that could cost Huron now. Now it's another opportunity for Pierre to try and get a 2-goal lead, the ever so important 2-goal lead in hockey. Or maybe we'll see another special team shorthanded goal. Who knows? This game has been a lot of surprises for us so far.
Big penalty kill for the Huron All-Stars. If the Capitals score to go up by 2, the way Huron has played offensively, there may not be enough time for them to get 2 goals to get themselves a chance for overtime. Here's Wagner to Norwick. Norwick, right side, moving in. Anderson, shot wide.
And interesting enough here, Dallas, it's Drew Life out there with the unit number 1, along with Atkins and Wagner. You got Anderson and Norwick on the points. So let's see what happens here. A little game plan change, a little adjustment made by Coach Rob Kate here in the third period.
Here's Anderson. Anderson back to Norwick. 2 men on the doorstep. Life sitting there. Here's the shot. Hook with the save. Huron had that defensed well. Out in front of the goal, nothing was available for Anderson. He just had to take the shot.
Absolutely, you got to give your forwards a chance to maybe get a rebound there. Anderson kept the shot low, but Hook did a nice job cradling that thing in and not allowing that second chance opportunity.
5:20 to go, minute 13 to go in the Pierre man advantage. Wagner, left side, moving in. Anderson, shot wide. And Right back to Norway. Kill crank up. Deflection by Adkins. Sent behind the goal by the All-Stars.
Tip in front of the net there, Dallas. But it just went wide.
Here's Anderson, right side. Anderson to Norway. Norway to Anderson. Back to Norway. Shot. Hook with another save. Rebound. And Hook will cover up and stop the clock with 4:46 to go.
Judging by the look on the players and the goalie there, I don't think anyone knew where that puck was, but Hook had it underneath his pads. Another big save here on this Huron penalty kill, Pierre power play.
I'll put you in Rob Catay's shoes for just a minute, Dane. On this power play, would you like to see the puck moving a little faster so that Huron can't play that physical brand of hockey?
Absolutely. You've got to do everything you can to spread the offense, keep that puck moving around that triangle on top, the umbrella power play they're running right now. You want to keep it. They've had Wagner and Anderson on the two tops of the circles, with Norwick kind of centering up the top there. Keep that puck moving back and forth. Keep Huron's defense moving. Spread them out a little bit so you can create that chaos in front of the net and give yourself a chance for a shot and a rebound.
But in Pierre's defense, as Norwick shoots and another faceoff, now was the puck covered up. Puck out of Hook's glove right after the whistle blew. You don't want a careless pass out front and give the Huron All-Stars a walk-in opportunity on Kyle Mamigan.
No, absolutely not. And the trick on the power play is to try and set up that 2-on-1 situation where you can spread the defenders apart far enough to find that guy across the ice for a one-time shot or a quick wrist shot for a goal.
Here's Norwood. Anderson moves in, shot, traffic out front, put it on Adkins. He was down on the ice and couldn't shoot. On the left side, Wagner. He'll shoot, pad save by Hook. Wagner. Penalty is over, both teams full strength. Loose puck out in front, now sent out to the point. Here's Anderson, saved by Hook. Rebound, that's Adkins, missing wide.
A lot of opportunities on that power play for Pierre, and they are still on the doorstep here.
Huron down by one, and Hook will cover up.
Pretty move by Austin Wagner there, but just not enough on it.
Tough shot for Hook to handle. He'll make the save. 3:43 to go. Pierre up 6-5. And at what point do the Huron All-Stars start to gamble a bit defensively to try to set up a chance to get the tying goal?
Well, it's got to happen pretty soon. We're down to the last 3.5 minutes here. You got to start thinking about taking your time out, pulling your goalie, and all the above. So now's the time. Be aggressive and try and move that puck ahead.
3:26 to go. Huron All-Stars with the puck. Here comes Tomczak. He'll drop it off to Davis. Davis to Tomczak. Tomczak taken out of the play along the boards. Back to the blue line. Losing control was Wahlert. Wahlert, puck picked up. Here comes Gordon. Gordon looking to drop it off. Can't do it. The All-Stars will turn it the other way. Davis moving in. Backhand drop. Rudebush shot. Deflected wide of the goal. Down to 2:52 to go. We'll keep an eye on Hook and see when the All-Stars make the move for the extra skater.
I think that was Will Gordon going down to block that shot, and right now, Dallas, those become so huge. Get in front of every shot you possibly can for Pierre. Keep the shift short. You get a chance to dump the puck in the Huron zone, you got to take it.
Kramer was active early. He has it now. Out front, taken out of the play for the All-Stars was Bo Mandel. Down to 2:23 to go. Mandel. They'll sweep it in the corner. Here's Reimer. Reimer looking to center for Mandel. It's broken up. Life along the boards. Pass knocked down. Wagner directing traffic will send Hahn over to make the play. All-Stars out to center. Loose puck. Wagner moves in. Hesitated on the shot, and it cost him. And now his players get tangled up. The goal off the mooring. And with 1:57 to go, Pierre leading, Oahe leading 6-5. And a faceoff coming up. And the more pressure Pierre can apply to the Huron goal, then Huron doesn't have the chance to bring off Hook for the extra skater.
Absolutely. It's so important for Pierre to keep that puck down in the Huron zone. And what I'm seeing here in the last 2.5, 3 minutes is that Coach Katea Pierre is keeping Drew Life and Austin Wagner on the ice as much as he possibly can, his two senior leaders. And it looks like a little discussion between Coach Davidson and Matt Strand, our head referee, but we're going to keep things moving. Not quite sure what the discussion was about there, but I'm sure asking if there was potential for a penalty for running into the goalie. But obviously there, I would agree that Matt Strand made a great call of making no call at all, because it was an aggressive move by Wagner. The defenseman was right there to kind of keep Wagner within that proximity where that's going to happen. So
at this stage of the game, generally players get to police themselves. Dropping back, and we'll get an icing call with 1:40 to go. 6-5, Pierre by 1.
So 1:58 to go. Coach Davidson elects not to take his timeout, but to talk to the referee. Probably a little bit of a stall tactic there, too. A smart move by the coach to kind of slow things down and give his players a chance to rest. Now 1:40 to go, and they're still going to wait to take that timeout. No, they'll take it now. They're going to take the timeout now and try and set up this last 1:40 for the remainder of the game. But here we go. 1:40 to go. Pierre leads 6-5 over Huron. The puck will be down in the Huron zone, and it's going to be vitally important on this face-off for Huron to win the face-off and get the puck down in the Oahe zone as soon as possible and get things up for that extra attacker.
This is a face-off, and we've talked about Huron's success on the face-offs all day. They've done a good job winning these draws throughout the game. This is one, Dane, and I agree with you. They have to have this one.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and you're right, face-offs one can be a huge stat in games, especially because it directly affects the control possession of the puck, and as a team, you want to have that puck on your stick more than theirs, and generally you're going to win the game. So absolutely, that's been a huge factor. I think it's one of the biggest reasons why Huron's in this game. They've been able to really control the puck well all game long, but now, more than ever, in this last 1:40, they've got to keep that puck in their possession, get that extra attacker on the ice, and try and make something happen here in this last 1:40. And what a game. 6-5. Who would have guessed we were going to have a scoring affair today? We thought it'd be a hard defensive battle, but 6-5 our score, 1:40 to go. A goal here by Huron could tie it up and give us an overtime opportunity, but likewise, a good defensive stand by Pierre is going to be all the difference if they're going to pull this one out.
I think Huron, if they don't win the faceoff, Dane, they've got to come out, be physical, try to get control of the puck.
Absolutely.
Face-off just to the left of Hawk. Now it's Mandel in for the draw. The All-Stars control it. Mandel to Rudebush. Pass deflected. All-Stars will have it at center ice with 1.5 to go. They'll send it down behind Mamiga. Rudebush in the corner, trying to work it free. Here's Davis.
And here goes Hook. And here comes the extra attacker for Huron.
1:19 to go. The goaltender off for the All-Stars out front. Rudebush had a shot, popped it over the top. Rudebush to the blue line. Loose puck picked up by Adkins. Open net. Adkins score.
He got taken out by the Huron defender and still found a way to sweep that puck in the net. And that should do it. 1:01 to go. And I think Oahe has sealed this one up.
Faceoff will come out to center. Adkins jumped the pass out front, took the chance, and it paid off big for the Capitals.
Absolutely great poke check by Adkins to get control of that puck and take it in. And that should be the deal sealer here for Oahe, but we'll see. Hook back in the net now for Huron. I would think they get the puck down to the Pierre zone. You got to pull that goalie again anyways. There's nothing to lose here. This is a one and done situation for Huron. So we'll see what happens here with a minute to go.
Huron had Rudebush in the circle, then pulled him back out and put Tomzak in. Tried to get Rudebush there to take the face off. And here goes Hook to the bench. Rudebush missed wide to the right side. Davis out top. Here's the pass out front. Shot. Mamiga with the save. 35 seconds to go. Again, an empty net for the Huron All-Stars. This is a draw that Huron has to win.
Just under 36 seconds to go here. We do have the extra attacker on the ice for Huron. It's Mendel, Reimer, Rudebusch, Kramer.
Off the draw, Anderson. Along the boards, All-Stars keep it in. 28 seconds to go. Capitals have it pinned up against the boards. They'll do that for the rest of the afternoon. 21 seconds to go. Going down is Will Gordon. Couldn't catch up to the puck. 18 seconds to go. Icing against the Capitals. And the Oahe fans starting to sense a semi-final berth coming up tomorrow. Off the face-off, Rudebusch. At the blue line, Kramer sends it in. Down to 10 seconds to go. Off the left wing, Mamiga with the save. Off the Rudebusch shot. Capitals will send it all the way down. Icing will be called with 2 seconds left. And now don't go here. Some of the players starting to exchange not so pleasantries after the whistle blew. Don't go there. It's been a good game. Don't wreck it.
And this will be it right here. 2 seconds. Really nothing can happen on this puck trap.
Off the face-off, here's Kramer. There's the shot, and there's the buzzer. Your final score, the number 3 seed, Oahe, wins it, but it wasn't easy. 7-5 over a very game, number 6 seed, the Huron All-Stars team.
And you got to credit Huron. They came into this an absolute complete underdog. They were averaging 2 goals a game. They come in with a record of just 7-13-1, and they played with nothing to lose. They played their hearts out here. Coach Davidson's got to be proud of his boys for how they played in clearly an overmatched game. I mean, Pierre was the better team all year long, but certainly they stuck to their game plan. They stayed physical, and for the most part, they led throughout most of the game. It just wasn't quite enough in the end as Pierre overcame what had been, for the most part, a deficit all game long and took it. But as we said, it's tournament time. You never know what's going to happen. Every game's going to be close. And it was absolutely Austin Wagner taking control of his team in the third period. He scored 3 goals in that final period to give his team the lead and the win. 5 goals total. He scored 5 of their 7 goals today. Atkins getting the other one. And it was Reese early in the game that got the first one, but otherwise it was all Austin Wagner for Pierre. They made things happen, and they are going to advance tomorrow and play the winner of our next game, which will be number 2 Sioux Falls versus number 7 Mitchell. That game is set to take place at 3:30. We may be running just slightly behind schedule on that, as we need about 45 minutes between games to get set up, but we'll see those 2 teams taking the ice shortly, and we will be back when those 2 teams take the ice. So that's a wrap for this game. Oahe 7, Huron 5 in our first contest of the 2013 state tournament.
First one's a thriller. Stay tuned. Good ones coming up. You're watching the 2013 State Boys Varsity Hockey Tournament on Brookings.tv.